Hello, good evening. Got lots of news this time. So much news we're not even going to do any little bonus chats. We're just going to go through the news because a bunch of it has come out this week on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So yeah, let's just jump right in. So first and foremost, we have gotten to see the GenCon promos. These are the promos that you're going to be able to get at GenCon. Their distribution for how exactly you're going to get these is to be determined. But they are these fantasy-themed alt arts, which are pretty cool. It looks like these are based on some outfits that the characters had in one of the endings of the show, I guess. So yeah, we have a Bakugo Let's Fight Bad Guys, and I can actually cycle through images now. We have an Ida-themed Heroic Lineage, but Ida in a night suit. That one looks pretty good. We have a Capture Evildoers with a Deku in a little cloak there. People call him Bard Deku. I'm not sure, maybe this is what traditional D&D bards look like. I don't know. I play 14. And we've got a very nice Witch Ochako Meteor Shower. And an All Might 7. So this All Might 7 actually has the same game text as the Ball Might that was given out at Anime Expo. So it's all the same abilities, same symbols. It's just an All Might 7 instead of a Ball Might 1. Otherwise, same effective character. It still will not be legal. This is going to be like the Anime Expo promo where if you get it, you get it. That's cool, but they're not going to make it tournament legal until they have some sort of mass distribution channel for it. So yeah, like I said, how exactly you get these promos at GenCon is to be determined. They haven't exactly nailed that out yet, but there will be these 5 promos available through some way, shape, or form, and they've hinted that, you know, some people were bringing up, you know, hey, what about Todoroki in this outfit? What about this character? What about this character? They've sort of broadly implied that they're probably going to do this again next year, or they're going to, at least circa today, they're thinking about doing this again next year, and I assume we'll see the other outfits then, if that all comes to fruition. So other than that GenCon stuff, and just a reminder, GenCon is now 4 weeks away. GenCon actually starts 4 weeks from today as of recording. It's August 3rd, August 4th. August 4th is the start of GenCon. So that's actually coming up pretty quick. Yeah, aside from that, we got a bunch of other little assorted news about bits and bobs as we head into Orlando here. One thing we found out is that they appear to have made some sort of an update to the pairing logic in the Organized Play app. So what happened at Origins to people is that the people that use their buys, their 2-round buys from the provisionals rather, especially the provisionals that they held right before the regional at Origins, they all had to face each other in round 3. And then the ones that won had to face each other in round 4, and the ones that lost had to face each other in round 4, because the system was pairing people with equal tiebreakers against each other, and obviously everyone with a buy is going to have all the same tiebreakers. So they didn't go into specifics about how they're changing this, but they said the logic has been updated so that in theory should not be happening going forward, and this will affect all the other pairings in terms of how players are paired up within their brackets, within their records. So if you're a 6-2 with bad tiebreakers, you're not guaranteed to be facing another 6-2 with bad tiebreakers, or things like that were happening. So I'm not sure if it's randomized. I've seen some systems do a thing where they take like the best tiebreakers of a given record, face the worst tiebreakers of a given record as sort of a way to try to even out the strength of schedule, so to speak. So it could be doing that. It could just be doing things purely randomly. We'll see. It's probably one of those two, though. Also, the information page about their organized play circuit, about their organized play over the course of the year, what goes into the Hero League Championship at the end, that has apparently been taken down. It is under construction. They are reworking it. I haven't said exactly why, but I'm guessing it's because there's going to be 3 seasons this year and not 4, just to go along with the set releases. Sounds like, you know, sets 2 and 3 are going, you know, a little bit slower than they maybe originally anticipated. So having that original page up that said there were going to be 4 seasons with this many of this event, this many of this event, probably not actually matching what's really going to happen. So they're working on a new version of that page. We'll see what it says. We'll see if there's anything else different besides just like the number of events and things like that. We also got word that redemption shipments are finally going out. So this is if you sent in packs for redemption and got redemption points in the system and then used the redemption store to try to redeem those points. Your promos for those should finally be getting shipped out. now and or soon. They sort of gave the heads up early on that that was going to be sort of their last priority after getting through the backlog of regionals and provisionals and all those promos they had to send out. So if, sometimes you don't always get the tracking information, but if you are owed provisional promos or something and you don't see them within a week maybe from now, then I would go ahead and submit a ticket and see what's going on there. They also just now, right before recording, teased a little bit. We still don't have any set 3 reveals, any set 3 card previews. But Free came into the chat and sort of teased the idea that they're willing and open to straight reprints and or functional reprints of old cards. That might be set 3, that might be set 4, that might just be a red herring. But it was kind of interesting because people have been memeing about, oh, what if they bring this card back, what if they bring that card back? They could, at least head of design saying that they could. So we'll see if we get any of those in set 3. Be interesting to see if one of those just kind of sneaks into the preview somewhere. And lastly, we had the Orlando side events announced for if you are going. You are probably already in Orlando, unless you're really close or you're just taking a plane tomorrow. There are going to be 3 32-player provisionals and 4 16-player Winamets. Those are all single elimination brackets. No word on the exact timing of those. It sounds like they're just going to do them as they're able to fill them. So if you're playing all day Saturday, you might miss all the provisionals. We'll see. Maybe they'll do one Sunday morning or something. And they're also, I'm guessing, on Sunday going to do a 48-player Teams Swiss event. We'll see what the exact rules on deck building for that are. Probably have to ask people at the event or whatever. I know last time it was run, or one of the times it was run, people were complaining about that they actually let people bring 3 copies of the same deck, which is not something that was traditionally done in Universe's team, so there was some irritation about that. So we'll see what the exact rule set is. We may have to ask them about that at the event. Because it's probably going to be up to the tournament organizers to decide what exactly they're doing. But yeah, so there will be side events at Orlando if you have some other decks you want to sort of play for funsies or to try out. Or, you bomb out at the tournament, you want to update your deck. There will be something for you to do. You won't just be sort of sitting around at the venue. Because it's not at a con or anything, right? It's just at a card hall. So it's good to see that there's going to be some side events for people to participate in. Whew. And yeah, that's a lot. There's been a lot talked about this week and touched on in the Discord, and some of this, we've seen in Facebook posts, some of this we got to see in sort of their announcement and news channels in the Discord, but there's also some things that they just kind of bring up or clarify in the chats that not everybody's going to catch. So hopefully I didn't miss anything when I've been sort of going through and taking track of what's shown up each day. Yeah, let me know if there's anything I missed. Let me know if anything in here that you did miss that's helpful for you to know. Or if you have any questions, I probably can't answer any questions, but I try to explain what I know on here, but, something I might be able to clarify or whatever. Just go ahead and ask, and yeah, I'm off to Orlando tomorrow, so the next one of these will probably just not be like deck lists or anything, but just sort of cover, what happened at the tournament, what won, etc., and any other news that comes out of it. So, like I said last time, we might start seeing some previews there, so we'll see how that goes. So I'll see a lot of you in Orlando and talk to the rest of you next time. All right, good night.